did it! I did it properly for a change.
Did what properly?
Did the transitions. It worked without it being an absolute failure.
Woo! What are we
Yeah!
doing? What's going on?
This is the Immaterial Gamers Podcast. It's the live cast. It is episode 238. Still definitely not a.
238 episodes.
Oh, I believe it's 238 anyway.
Let's hope it is, because that's what you said.
Yeah, well. Hold on, what did we put on last? Yeah,
So
237.
we have who do we have here today?
Well,
'Cause it's
on the left, for those listening or for those watching the video, or for those listening, it's this guy.
Hi, I'm this guy. In other words, it's
And
Terry.
and on the right, it's your host, also
That
known as
guy.
that guy. It's Ryan.
Or you could have put idiot, or
Oh, yeah, idiot. Yeah,
there's some other words that we could put there that we just shouldn't.
yeah. I've got to be careful because I'm trying to be loud and boisterous. Well, not loud generally, but be boisterous and active. But um, I've lost some of my voice.
How did you lose your voice?
I
Oh
don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, apparently talking absolute tosh for 12 hours is can cause you to lose your voice. Or at least part of it, which is going to be fun to see how bad that voice goes tomorrow for the not yet titled Monday stream. It'll be the conclusion of Hi-Fi Rush. Get that out of the way early.
The conclusion.
Yeah. Yeah, because when we last left it on the not yet titled Tuesday stream, yes, there's a slight problem on this. We'll actually just I'll get back to the Hi-Fi Rush in a minute, but we are both listening to music which based on the game that Terry's been playing and he's currently playing at the moment, he's listening to the stream, and I'm listening to now that's what I call 80s in the back, and
But are
it's
you
just
gonna
like
walk 500 miles?
no, I'm gonna dance with the communards.
As the camera pans over to look.
As it's yeah, and off it goes again. Perfect. You know what? For all the jokes about autofocus, I'm so happy that it worked at that point.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, here it is. Oh, kind of. Because
Not on the stream per se, but it did lean in that direction.
yeah, it's just like cut to the TV. It's not working. It's not working. I made a point. I talked to Martin about turning the thing down because I wanted to hear it during the podcast, but I didn't want to hear it loud enough to the point that I would, that I'd notice in my head, and it just, and I'd start singing.
You're just scared of singing it out loud. Da, da, da.
Yeah, just imagine. Yeah, but Terry's hearing this on what you're listening to? Simulator FM, is it, or Simulator
Radio.
Is that a
While playing
curated
Truck
list
Simulator.
on Truck Simulator, or is it a mod that someone's had for?
It's a curated list. It's probably an internet radio made for this or the World of Trucks world.
Service.
So Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator.
Yeah. So that's the World of Truck Simulator that I'm currently locked out of at the moment because I tried my password too many times because I wanted to upload my derpy face as an online avatar so we could use it during like future Zen sessions. Even if the last Zen session that we had didn't end Zen.
It was fun for me. I was dying of laughter watching Ryan.
Just watch it, or just hearing me because I don't have the camera on we don't have the camera on for the for the truck sim streams because like one of the other games that we played, Hell Squad, for some reason for some reason my setup isn't stream friendly when it comes to it. So it would go to the point that my face would slowly lag out as the stream would go along when I was doing it in sort of testing. So it's just like, no. But you can tell we've played a lot of Truck Sim over
We've been
the
playing
week.
it pretty hard the last few days.
Yeah, because it's just fun. And for those who don't know what American Truck Sim is, Terry, what is American Truck Simulator?
It's like work, but on a computer. For those of you that don't know, the joke behind that is I'm actually a licensed truck driver,
Mm-hmm.
and all up until last year, I was driving long haul. So
Sorry,
yeah, it's basically
you were talking about proclaiming song. You were talking about 500 miles.
yeah.
I'm hearing letters from America.
Close enough.
Letter from America. As long as we
So
don't do it for more than 8 seconds, we're good.
yeah, and I believe if we're saying it, it's not close enough for the algorithm to pick it up. So someone would
Yeah,
have to report it.
yeah. But sorry, yeah,
But
you were so you licensed truck driver. You
licensed
know,
truck driver, long haul, which basically means usually driving for more than 1 day at a time. Um, Cross country, whatever you want to call it.
hmm
The industry calls it long haul.
yeah.
And now I'm basically torturing myself by playing a game that is that.
I love what you say. I love because this is the thing that's come up because we've all said this at this point. Why are we torturing ourselves playing this game of just thinking? It's because you can shut off mostly.
And you know what? Because it's not real life, there's no stress on the requirement of having to finish the day, or like if you hit a traffic jam, it's not like, oh, they're costing me money because I'm just sitting here now in traffic.
hmm
It's you can do what you want. If you want to drive like a maniac, you could drive like a maniac and not
Oh,
kill people,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This is
which
the funny
I've
part.
rubbed off on Ryan a little bit.
Yeah, because we've what we've been happy with because recently the thing about Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator before SCS Software, which are the developers of it, added multiplayer modes into it. It was just a single player experience. You could mod multiplayer. Someone could set up dedicated servers for the Truck Sim games and World of Trucks as a whole. Um, but what they've done now is they've added multiplayer as part of the game. So they
And
call
it's a
it
lot better than the modded versions.
yeah. So it's called Convoys, and you can then join. You can set a lobby up for what is it up to 8.
It looks like up to 8.
Other people. At most, we've had 3. We've had me, Terry, and D. But funnily, there's other things that we can do to the point, and we'll get there. That I, like the idiot that I am, have ideas for 12 hours, and I've actually changed my mind on this. It's 12 hours a convoy of idiots instead of X idiots. That would be the sort of thing on there. We haven't got the full ideas, and absolutely, it's going to require another goal before we do it. But note that it's there, and it's because it's a game that's just so easy enough to do. You can do it. But yeah, yeah, we were playing it this afternoon, and we live our life on the hard shoulder.
Yeah, the I've learned something about this game over today
hmm
that is a little bit broken, I might say.
Yes, let's
So
go for it.
the biggest thing about this game is you get tickets for crashing into people, for speeding. You get tickets, and if you crash into somebody, you also have to pay repair bills. Um, so I've learned something. When driving through California state in this game,
hmm
as in real life, the speed limits for trucks is governed at 55 miles an hour.
Yes.
And when we were driving from Texas all the way there, we were doing 80-ish miles an hour most of the time. So dropping it by 25 miles an hour is a lot. 20 to 30 miles an hour is a big difference in speed.
Yeah.
So I got a little fed up and I started driving on the shoulder and noticed that my over speed limit disappeared. So
Yeah.
I found a little bit of a cheat in the game there. I could drive 80 miles an hour in a 55 zone, As long as I stay on the shoulder.
Yeah. So the only bits that would stop him from doing that are the 30-meter breaks of off ramps or on ramps.
So I just have to hope there's no cops at those
Yeah.
sections.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the time, it's perfectly fine to
Yeah.
drive 80 miles an hour on the shoulder.
What's also happened is that Terry's taught me to live a little when it comes to the settings and the customizable settings of the truck sim games, particularly in regards to trailer stability and sort of functions in that regard.
Instead of having arcade style, it's a little bit more realistic.
Yeah,
Or it might be slightly over realistic, to be honest.
yeah,
But
but some of those settings are unique to the person, is what we sort of figured out. So Terry initially, when we were running the convoys, had this truck stability and what was it, advanced coupling
yeah,
for sort of,
realistic trailer coupling.
yeah, which is basically if you are not exactly at the point to couple the truck or the load to the truck, tough titty, get it sorted.
Yeah, reline up. Sometimes it even says if you, like when you first turn it on, it says if you're having trouble hooking to a trailer, maybe lower your airbags. Like there's a lot
Mm-hmm.
involved. And for those of you that don't know anything about trucks run on air ride. Most trucks will run on air ride, at least long haul trucks.
Yeah.
Um, Dump trucks and stuff like that are sort of their own beast because they're dealing with ridiculous weights and bad situations. But most transport trucks are running air ride systems, which means they can release the air from their suspension to lower their chassis down to get underneath things and then put their air back in to raise their chassis back up to hook up to trailers or whatever they're trying to get under.
Yeah.
So in this, it actually recommends that you might have to do that to hook to some trailers, which is kind of a, I don't even know what the hotkeys are for that. So the first couple trailers that I tried to hook to, I had to give it a little bit of a nudge getting under it, and I damaged my truck a little bit getting underneath them, just to hook to them. So it was a function that I turned off for the stream, just because we wanted to complete missions. We didn't want to be sitting there watching me struggle to hook to a trailer for 10-15 minutes of our 3 hour stream or 2.5 hour stream or whatever it ended up being.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Because we've done 2 nearly 3-hour streams.
yeah,
Now we've put 6 hours into streaming Truck Sim.
and then we
And
plan on possibly doing a 12-hour stream all in one.
yeah. Okay. The idea behind it is there's always energy drink.
Ooh, energy drink.
I goddamn need it after the bloody
After yesterday?
after what I did after yesterday. It's not necessarily the stream. The 12-hour stream wasn't a problem. To a point. It wasn't, it didn't destroy me. It was then trying to stay up for the wrestling that started 4 hours after that. And then
Did you say
lasted
you were going to
another
take a nap?
I did take a nap. I did take a nap after being an idiot and re-watching the LEC games that happened during the 12-hour stream that I couldn't watch at the time, so that everything could be up to date for the bots to take over the world.
Which seems to be what's happening.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
keeping up with our LEC, they're
Yeah.
doing pretty good.
Yeah, if you're keeping up with the Fantasy League,
Fantasy League.
if anyone is keeping up with the Fantasy League, I'd watch the Fantasy League mainly due to the fact that I make stupid cold opens at the beginning of each episode where possible. One was the fact that, or a couple of weeks ago, was the fact that an LEC game just accidentally cut from the broadcast to just its holding picture. I think it was like Fnatic versus Mad Lions was the match that was going on, and mid-game, it just showed a picture, just a static image of Fnatic versus Mad Lions, rather than the game. So it was just like a broadcast still, and the casters at the time, which were Medic and Cadril, I believe, were talking about, oh right, no, that's it. this is a family stream. This match is now R-rated, and you'll no longer be able to see it. So I found the cheapest free sensual jazz music, put a censored bar over a grayscale image, and it just said rated R. And then it cut to me, and I just said, why does this make me feel like I want to light up a cigarette? I don't even smoke.
Do you know what rated R even means?
Crunchy.
Do you?
It's I don't know.
What does
It's
the
adult
R
rated,
stand
right?
for? Yes, but what does it stand for?
Relentless.
Pretty much restricted.
Restricted. Well, there you go. Yeah, well, to be fair, given the fact that no one could see the match, it was restricted. Granted, they only saw it for, we only didn't see it for 25 seconds, but still. That was 25 seconds of footage that we couldn't see, so,
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. But then this week's cold open was me complimenting the coach of Mad Lions, Mac, or James Mac McCormick, who has a thing of wearing very flashy ties or very geeky ties, depending on the situation. Generally, he's wore a Pokemon tie, for example, and then has made his own tie that he's then sold, or worn his own tie that he's sold as a product. But during game 2 of one of the LEC best of threes that he was doing, he came out celebrating his birthday wearing a white dress shirt with Pokemon print, or Pokemon printed on the shirt. So the cold open for that one was just the cold open for that was just me calling him a glorious bastard, which is a compliment. It absolutely is. To be fair, I said, "Rock them on, you glorious bastard! Rock them on."
Rock them on.
Rock them on. To be fair, it's I've actually got a title. I've got an episode naming convention for the Fantasy League. It's week of blank. So it's so far we've had what was it? Week of the shock results, week of fantasy. There we go. Fantasy. Here it is. Week of the stolen objectives, week of the shock results, week of shattered dreams, and week of rocking them on.
And then week of the bots are.
Week of humanity's fall is what I'm probably going to type. I don't know if I'm going to do it for this one or for next week, because currently at this rate, humanity's not faring well. The human representative of Martin is not faring well. If you want to know how bad he's not faring well, check it out on Wednesday when it comes out. So
I like the only challenge is between the two bots.
Yeah, I mean
they're sort of up and down.
I mean, to be fair, what I was saying to Martin is that think of it this way: if you lose, at least you don't have to face one of the bots next split. You'll have to face the other one, which I think that's going to be hilarious because there's 3 slots for. Because the idea behind this is that everyone is open entry for everyone who takes part each split. The winner of each split will go through to one last predictathon at the end of the LEC season. Right at the end after summer. And they'll be joined with the winners of the other 2 splits. I would find it funny if, one of the bots wins this split. Well, let's be honest, it's likely one of the bots is winning this split. And then the other bot wins next split, and then some poor sod wins the 3rd split. It's how are you gonna have to deal with this? This is just. But where were we? Oh yeah, we were at 12 hours, one idiot, weren't we? But how did we go all the way? Oh yeah, it was because of the fact that I had to watch back the stuff before watching the wrestling. Yeah, so I basically had 2 hours sleep between the wrestling
12-hour stream and
and the wrestling, which was good. I explained it to Steph when he asked me how did the wrestling go, and I said, "Oh no, 80% of the matches were great. One match,
80% of them.
Yeah, it was a 5-match card, and 4 of them were great. One of them was fucking awesome in terms of a storyline thing, and I love storyline. One of them was a piss break match. It's the match that you put on when you just want to put a match on the card, but people need to go to the loo. It's a match that you wouldn't miss watching, basically, and
Yeah, you're not losing anything if you don't watch it.
correct. And it was absolutely a piss break match. But yeah. So between Truck Simulator and playing Sonic Adventure DX, which, as I mentioned at the top of the 12-hour One Idiot stream, I made a whole point of saying that I'd not played Sonic Adventure since I was 11. That's still true. But I'd never played Sonic Adventure DX, which was the GameCube update that also ran in line with the Sonic X anime, which was based off Sonic Adventure. So we had ourselves a game based off an anime that was based off its original version of the game. But yeah, no, I enjoyed that. Proper, definitely nostalgia. Definitely rose tinted glasses on some parts of it. Particular control was definitely didn't control as well as I thought it did when it was back in the day.
Yeah, well,
It took me 12 hours to get used to it.
Yeah, we've sort of, the way technology has come, we take for granted controls in games now.
Yeah.
Like how much it actually, the game itself matters for control.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's a lot to how well the games are programmed now.
Mm-hmm.
How much more, well, for one, how much bigger the games can be, like how much more space they have for all the code and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much more in the games now, so that things like user friendliness is just a lot better.
Mm. Yeah.
So
And yeah, and I think a lot of this as well was porting as well. This was
yeah,
a 2008 port of a game that came out in 2003, which in itself was an updated version of a game that came out in 1998.
true.
So, I mean, as I noticed as I was going through it, when I was looking at some of the when we had time, we were just watching the Chow races because I'd lost my mind by the end of the stream. Uh,
You still didn't get enough.
oh,
What's it called?
I'm sorry you
Emblems.
lost how many channel points?
4,000.
4,000. How many channel points have you got?
60,000.
You're fine. Uh,
No, I'm running out now.
Man, but yeah. So when we got to, oh, here's Steph. I'm happy.
Happy.
Um, but yeah, no, the watching some of the artifacts and graphical glitches that were coming out because it wasn't designed to be played on an RTX graphics card. You know, in the year of our Lord 2023. You know, for example, it's like 18 years old. It's just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
It's 18 years old. You know, it's an 18-year-old port of a 25-year-old game. You know, it's like Jesus. But no, I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I didn't feel as completely worn down as I did with the previous time I did the 12-hour stream, which was with Vampire Survivors. That was probably just because again, there's a reason it's called 12 Hours One Idiot. I don't plan for this stuff. It's like I didn't train to speedrun and get all 130 emblems in Sonic Adventure.
And not only that, it's always harder to do a 12-hour session of anything when there's obligation.
Yes.
Like, it's easy to just sit here and play a game for 12 hours.
Yeah. There's a
But
reason
you
why
can,
a lot of our streams go between 2 and 3 hours, and that's because
beyond that, we need to start taking breaks, and it just ruins everything.
yeah, that's
It
no,
ruins the
the end of the day, the 12-hour streams, the 12 hours X Idiot streams are all designed to be they're event streams. They're not They're not going to happen all the time.
Yeah.
Find a goal, find a game, find an
Or
idea.
possibly challenge us. Give us challenges.
Yeah. I feel at this point, you know what these are now. These we didn't do many, and we never got round to. We've had loads of ideas for video game challenges and never got round to them. 12 Hours One Idiot is just basically an evolution of the video game challenge.
Yeah.
It's just
And
it's a stream friendly evolution of the.
yeah, like the biggest problem with some of our video game challenges is that they're group events, and to get a group to do something big like that is hard to do.
Yeah.
To get a group around to do almost anything can be difficult sometimes.
Hmm. That's part of why the inevitable American Truck Simulator 12 Hours Convoy of Idiots challenge has to have a high goal, because the resources that will get put into actually organising it is on another level from doing the one idiot streams.
Yeah.
Because then at that point, having to find, 3 or 4 people across 2 different time zones to organise one time where every one of us is available for 12 hours. I mean, we're definitely not
It's
doing that when no one's going to be watching. That's
yeah.
basically what it comes down to. I mean, we're
The
absolutely
hard part
grateful for
is
all of the followers, by the way. Grateful
yeah,
for that. That was cool.
yeah. The hard part with that will be I obviously can't start at 9 o'clock in the morning your time.
Correct, because at that point,
Just
well, that's
four
you
in the
starting at
morning.
4 in the morning. Granted,
Yes.
you'll then finish at 4 in the afternoon, but
Yes.
I mean,
But
yeah, at that point, we'd then probably be looking at maybe realistically something along the lines of a 12 till 12 or something like that, and then past that point, that's then us having to organise time off. For example, for me, I'm not working tomorrow morning just because I need to rejig my head. But that's me booking it off.
yeah.
This is just how it is. But that
Once
also being said, it was fun. That's just it.
one yeah. And once I'm back to full time work, it's not exactly easy for me to book time off.
Yeah. So
So
that's why it's something that would get fingered.
it'll get all worked out, and then
What's
all the quirks will get worked out, and then it'll happen.
this? What's this? Hey, what's up? Get lost.
More bots?
Right, in the time that we've streamed, we've had someone follow us on Twitter providing their graphics service. Don't care, move on. We've had someone private message the Immaterial Gamers Twitch talking about graphics. Not interested. Any way, shape, or form. Move on. We've had a Discord. You'll have probably received a Discord friend request from someone
I
because
haven't yet.
they just bot friend request everyone looking for a gullible fool. Not interested.
Well,
How
at
about
least we
this?
made it
How
so
about
that they
this?
have to.
Oh yeah, they verify
Yeah.
and then immediately spam everyone with friend requests. Again, not interested. Not interested. No, thank you. Move on. Or if you're really still hard of hearing at that point, piss off. I've had enough. Nice Ryan left the when it comes to this, Nice Ryan left the building months ago.
Yeah, Ryan really does not like these bots.
Not interested. Fuck off. Take your 5-minute Canva prints and logos, shove them up your ass.
They're probably AI generated, anyways.
No, they're made using a website called Canva.
Oh.
They're basically put together. Subscribe for a couple of months. We could put those same things in, and we have no fucking years of graphics experience compared to your 5/7/12 and your Matalan AI generated, or no, your reverse image search Pinterest videos. It's amazing how all these graphics designers are all also at the same time smoking hot.
Yeah.
Don't care. Really don't care. Okay.
Ryan's done his rant.
With that, that's my soapbox rant done. I mean, what's the point? I'm gonna ban you, and you're gonna make another fucking account anyway, aren't you? So let's be honest.
Yeah.
You'll suddenly go from a brunette to a blonde. Not interested. No, and no. By that point, don't take that the wrong way, and then start sending me blonde and brunette males. Still not interested.
That's funny.
You are missing the point entirely. We're not going down to Bone Town. Don't care.
Bone Town?
Not that desperate. Thank you. That one's not an Immaterial Gamers PSA. That's a Not Him Again PSA. Again, you don't like it, take it, shove it up your ass. Right, news.
Are we gonna go to my favorite news?
Yeah, do you want to say it? 3, 2, 1.
What the fuck, Blizzard?
Oh yes, here we go. Let's start here. Let's start with Blizzard and their inability to even do Q&A meetings correctly. This one brought by Polygon. Mike Ibarra, who is now the sole CEO of Blizzard, after, do you remember they made the whole point of having a male CEO and a female CEO? And the female CEO was treated so badly in the small amount of time that she was there, she went, fuck that noise, and left.
Even for the amount of money she was making.
Yeah.
Wow.
Game developer. According to Polygon, game developer on Thursday published a detailed account of the meeting, describing a Q&A that attempts to address an employee satisfaction survey. Oh boy. You are not reading the room, are you? You're really not.
Are they satisfied?
No.
Oh.
Blizzard leadership pre-screened questions about its stack ranking process for evaluating employees, reduced profit sharing, and the company's return to office mandate.
Wait, but at least we tried, right?
No.
Oh. No A for effort?
No. It's like Polygon has since spoken to several Blizzard devs who described the low morale that followed the meeting. And then of course, the Blizzard spokesman turned around and went, don't know what you're on about, Blizzard's great. Buy our games. Diablo 4's coming out soon. Who am I kidding? I'm a hypocrite. I mean, let's be honest, I'm a hypocrite. I will not touch World of Warcraft again with a 10-foot barge pole. But Diablo 4 comes out.
I'm a hypocrite too. Like, I went back to World of Warcraft for a small amount of time.
Yeah.
I've already sort of gotten bored of it.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's a point. I've not heard you and Dee talk about it for a while.
Yeah, and I don't like it the same way I used to like it. Like, before I used to be all about raiding and dungeoning. Now I don't even want to do it because people have already soiled my experience with dungeons. When I go into a new dungeon and they're like,
kicking you
"Hey,
because
do this faster,"
you haven't got. It's
yeah,
kicking you because you haven't got 10 years experience in the dungeon that's been out for a month.
yeah. And I ask questions, nobody answers. Then they complain that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, I asked, then you guys pulled. So I just went into auto mode and did what I think is right. If it's not right, it's not my fault.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of this seems to be the case of that part of this is that Blizzard have sort of doubled down on having purely office working as opposed to remote working or hybrid working, and therefore not reading the room and realizing that there is higher productivity from people being able to work at the very minimum hybrid.
Yeah.
It takes some other companies. I mean, granted, these are indie companies as well, but indie companies, that's just, I don't know. Let's there we go, Terry. Steph, I'm a 10-year-old with 25 years experience. You are not Ash Ketchum, Steph. I'm sorry. You are not Ash Ketchum. However, let's take a couple of I don't know, game companies that follow. Oh, Biffle Games. Oh yeah, that adds as part of their hiring process. Would you like to just work remote? We'll still do Teams meetings and stuff like that, but would you want to work remote? Will it work better for you rather than having to. In fact, it's actually improved some people's hiring process because they don't have to look for people to say, right, you need to uproot yourself to Manchester now. You don't need to. Oh, what's that? You live in London. Oh, right, yeah. You need to get you, the kids, and your wife. Go get yourself a £132,000 house in Manchester, and then decide it's not for you, and then have to move back down to London. As an
Or
example.
struggle to live.
Yeah. But Blizzard's like, we've got a campus, we've got a canteen. You can't afford to buy the stuff from the canteen, but we do have a canteen. And I mean, to be fair, Ibarra is basically. Oh, actually, let's just look at this one of this last paragraphs here. Game developer also reported that Ibarra made because I was about to sympathize with him, and then this happened. Ibarra made comments that workers interpreted as meaning those who don't agree with the return to office policy should quit the company. Ibarra's pulled a Musk. Ibarra has pulled a Musk. And I mean, this is just like piling on with the Blizzard woes. And I don't know if we did. I don't know if I was on the podcast about it, but I think maybe you and Duncan. I gave a news story about what's it called?
I
About Blizzard.
remember virtually
About Blizzard in the UK the acquisition being basically not blocked necessarily in the UK, but basically being well, hold on, you need to tweak this if you want to make it not a monopoly and blah blah blah. Part of that being, we've got some ideas about what you need to do in regards to the fact that you may be keeping the Call of Duty franchise hostage. Either buy Activision Blizzard and sell Call of Duty, or buy Activision Blizzard or divest Activision, or divest Blizzard, or divest Activision Blizzard and just keep Call of Duty. It's like, what the fuck? It's a shame. It's a shame. But anyway, that's idiot o'clock in regards to that's what the fuck Blizzard for the day, or for the time being. Speaking of companies that need to regain their public profile but are still trying to do so, Riot and their Riot Forge project. So the idea behind this, Terry's looking confused about what the Riot Forge project actually is. So Riot makes League of Legends, yes? Well, actually,
wow.
Riot,
Yes.
no, actually, Riot makes video game music albums and TV shows to fund making their game. That's the joke. But anyway,
I'm pretty sure they make quite a bit of money off League of Legends.
Yeah. So League of Legends, Legends of Runeterra, Valorant, Teamfight Tactics are currently what Riot are doing, and they have a tag team fighting game coming soon, and an MMO, all set in Runeterra. There's other games coming up. On the side, they have a publishing arm called Forge, or Riot Forge, and the idea behind that is to work with indie devs to make League of Legends single player experiences set in the world of in Runeterra and League of Legends. So they're separate. So the examples, there are two out. Two? Yeah, two. There are two out at the moment. There's Hextech Mayhem, a League of Legends story, which is a rhythm action game involving Ziggs and Heimerdinger. Ziggs just blowing up bombs around Piltover because he wants to. And it's made by the people who make the Bit Trip runner games, which are like the rhythm runners. And then you've got Ruin King, which is the turn-based RPG starring Miss Fortune and all that. And as far as we as an audience were aware, there are two more games coming out. Song of Nunu, which is is like a puzzle adventure starring Nunu and Willump, made by Tequila Works, who made the very atmospheric and lovely rhyme, but it's also very, very sad. The storyline of it is very, very sad, but it's a nice puzzle game. They also made the Sexy
Why is it sad?
Brutale, and they worked on the Sexy Brutale and Deadlight. So why is it sad? I'll tell you after the podcast.
Okay.
Mainly because I think because part of what I'm going to be doing for the not yet titled Monday streams closer to the game's releases, I'm going to be playing a game from each developer leading up to their take on a League of Legends story. There's also Convergence, which is a platformer game starring Echo, and that's been made by Double Stallion Games. So of these two games, Riot recently announced the release dates of all three of those two games. I'm going to wait for the penny to drop.
When's the release date?
Do you want me to say that again, Terry? Wait. Yeah.
That didn't even click in.
Yeah, but... so they Blizzard announced the release dates of all three of the two games that are coming out. Riot.
Now you've really lost me.
Riot Forge announced the release dates of all three of their two games. Yeah, they've actually been working with another developer. And
is that a little bit of a slip?
No, they intentionally did this, or they did a surprise announcement. So, Song of Nunu comes out this autumn, Convergence comes out this summer, and a game called The Mage Seeker, which is a League of Legends story starring Silas, comes out spring. The game that no one knew was being developed is coming out earlier than the two games that everyone knew that was being developed.
Yeah, but that all depends on what company's making it.
So yeah. Well, in this case, this company is Digital Sun Games, a game company that I have played one of their games. I have played their previous work before. They are the guys behind Moonlighter, a dungeon crawling roguelike that is also a shop simulator. The story.
Shop simulator?
Yeah, so the story of Moonlighter is you're a kid trying to explore these dungeons that have popped up in this world. And you take the items that you loot from the enemies of that dungeon to fund or to sell at a shop to fund your dungeon adventures going forward. So you are literally moonlighting as a dungeon explorer, and I'm happy that they accepted my dodgy pun, because I saw the announcement that this was coming out, and I was like, wait, hold on, Digital Sun. Oh, yeah. So I put a tweet out that's just like, oh wow, all three of these games, eh? I mean, I knew about these two, but Digital Sun, oh wow, you were moonlighting through this one, weren't you? Ba-ba. No, because it was like a proper secret announcement. It's like I didn't hear anything from them for ages, and then suddenly it's like, yeah, we're all working on this. What? I mean, I'm in. I am absolutely all in. It means my calendar now for the not yet titled Monday streams is going to be full this year. Now, but
full.
Yeah,
at least you have stuff to do.
Yeah, because it'll most likely I'll play some Moonlighter before Mage Keeper, play Mage Keeper, and then play Battle Brawl Race. Oh god, help! I'll play one of the Double Stallion games before Convergence, and then I'll play Rhyme before Song of Nunu, because the whole thing about Forge, the main thing about Forge is that the developers that Riot collaborates with make the games in their style. So that's why Double Stallion do 2D cartoony action brawler things, so therefore Convergence is going to be a cartoony action platformer. And the rest with all that. So, I mean, it's interesting about Song of Nunu because Tequila Works have done... They haven't stuck to a style. They basically pull a Supergiant Games. They build what they want to play. what they would want to play. So anyway, that was me talking about stuff for a while. Do you want a bit of weird legal contests to wrap up the podcast, Terry?
Legal contests.
Legal
I might need a little
contests.
bit of more to that.
Yeah, I'll give you some background in a second once I actually get the link. But considering the headline from Kotaku here is report: city builder taken off Steam after fan goes rogue.
Oh, I remember seeing this news article.
Ah yes. So let's put this in. So there is a city builder game by the name of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic.
Which is
And
already off to a bad name with everything that's going on right now.
yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, yeah, it's a particular. So I love that the first paragraph from Kotaku basically goes, it's a city builder that has a particular focus on how urban planning worked alongside the communist economies of Eastern Europe during the Cold War. It's not for everyone, is what they put. But, yeah, but those who've bought the game are the only ones who are now able to play the game. Because there's been a fracas between a modder wanting to, like, what's it called? Discuss having a game mode, an additional game mode in this city builder, and the company themselves, 3 Division, saying, right, we will add your credits to the game once the game mode is built. Apparently, that player didn't like that, and has managed to DMCA take down the entire game.
How did they manage that, though, is my question.
Ah,
Because if the game was greenlit to go, what did they do in the game to cause it to get shut down?
that's very interesting. It's because apparently it started off with a video guide for how to play the game properly. That upon them not agreeing to this add credits to the game thing, he sent DMCA. That's a story as old as time, sending false DMCA copyright strikes against a
Yeah.
channel in order to take the channel down. Apparently, as a result of that, they pulled back their offer of putting the credits in the game, to which he sent a DMCA takedown request to Steam, accusing them of using his work without permission in their city builder game. And I assume on that DMCA for like safe harbor laws for Steam work the same as YouTube. And the fact that they have to take down first
Then
and
investigate.
investigate later, because leaving something up there that is a breach of copyright
Can hurt them more the longer it's up there.
yeah. There was an update on this later on in the week. Apparently, 3 Division's Peter Adamczyk has stated that the player in question is a lawyer. So they may have
A
been using
liar or a lawyer?
Is there a difference?
Not really, but I want to know what you actually said.
Lawyer.
Okay.
Um, Twitch's quote was, tells that it's very disturbing. First, the individual with law knowledge think he can better secure his rights than some other players. Another aspect why we would be afraid to put him into credits would be that players would get angry about it because his ideas were definitively not new. It seems that he just abused the fact that he is an attorney at law, and he will definitively handle the suit cheaper than us, so he thinks blah blah blah. Yeah, basically there's just a massive fight going on between the two of them. It's that simple. But yeah, again, this is another abuse of. I mean, to be fair, that is ridiculous. You've managed to be a fan of the game, and you've sorted out out of your own time a guide to a game mode. Congratulations. The Republic salutes you, but what are you wanting? Oh no, Terry's gone. Oh no, I can see some keying. And Terry's. Oh no, Terry's died. At least I think it's Terry that's died. Yeah, it was Terry that's died. Oh, there he goes. I'm now this guy. Oh no. That's bad news. Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. Here he is.
I'm assuming you can hear me now.
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
so we're on this idea that the
I know what I was
Go on.
I don't get people that they're they're trying to improve a game, but then they get all whiny when the game creators don't want to use their what they're making.
Yeah. Like, congratulations, you've done a fan mod.
Yeah,
I mean, okay,
let
some
other
fan
people
mods are
enjoy it.
absolutely great, and some will do it, but you're not owed.
No, just because you bought the game doesn't mean they owe it to you to play it. I would be happy if they said, "Oh yeah, we tried it. We weren't a big fan,"
Yeah,
or "We don't think it fits."
absolutely.
I would be very happy if someone if I made a mod for a game and they just said, "Oh yeah, we tried it, and unfortunately, we don't want to put it in. It doesn't fit with our goal of the game or
Yeah.
what we view the goal of the game is."
Hmm.
But if they said they tried it, I would be over the moon.
Yeah, I'd be on the idea of, well, at least they took the
I
time.
got noticed.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got noticed.
yeah. And then at that point, then I'm always on the idea abusing the legal process because you got your own head up your ass
Yeah,
is the thing. We don't like it when game developers take down YouTube channels because they don't like their video. Oh,
yeah,
you're putting our game in a bad light. Well, if your game wasn't so shit, then it wouldn't be in a bad light, that sort of thing. You are not owed anything by doing that. Just as it is. I mean, at that point, if it has just become it really is just as simple as, well, we were going to put your credits. We offered to put your name in the credits, and then you copyright struck us. Therefore, we take it back. Fair enough. Hope Mr. Attorney at Law gets absolutely his arse handed to him at that point. So
yeah. But unfortunately, if he's an attorney, then he's not paying any legal fees. The company will have to pay legal fees,
and then it just
and
becomes
a waste of money for them, which
yeah,
believes what they were basically saying.
just it's just annoying. It's just annoying.
It's a good way to kill little companies.
Yeah, and it's just depressing that that's the case. You
Yep.
shouldn't just be able to strong arm your way into shuttering a company. So, but I might keep an eye on that one and just see how it goes, and maybe come back on another episode, see what's happening. It's a court case, so it's probably going to take, or it's a potential for a court case, so it has the potential to last a long time. So
Yeah.
remember, we'll come back to it. Right, I guess that means we're at the point of wrapping up.
Seems like it. We did do an hour.
Yeah, so that's just how it goes. Right, if you like this, and you're watching this on YouTube, give a like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe, because currently we do have a goal. It's not correct on the thing because for some bizarre reason, the goal bar has took Twitch followers as opposed to YouTube subscribers. But we're at 96 YouTube subscribers. If we hit 100, the 12 hours the 12 hours one idiot stream for Sonic Adventure. Whoops.
Did you just transition us?
I
Oh,
tried to
you really
transition.
screwed everything.
I tried
You
to
screwed
transition
everything up.
to that picture. There it is. 180 emblems in Sonic Adventure 2, 12 hours, one idiot. With Duncan. will only happen if we hit over 100 YouTube subscribers. So it is in everyone's best interest, especially if they're the Sonic fans who joined for the Sonic Adventure stream. It would be in your best interest to also, and like we say, thank you for following us on the Twitch. We appreciate it. It gets us out there a little bit more and we can build a community. Follow the YouTube channel because it also does more. We look to do more stuff that are not just the Twitch streams, i.e. the Fantasy League videos. They're all on the YouTube channel, and if you do that, then we can get that going. And then if we get more Twitch followers and stuff like that, that's great. Share the word, spread the word, and then we'll eventually figure out what we're going to do for 12 hours of Convoy, you idiots. And we'll go for that. The bird. We're not going to do the bird. Careful, it's a trap. It's a trap. And then the stream schedule for this week. Monday, not yet titled Monday stream. Going to finish off Hi-Fi Rush. Tuesday, there. Wednesday, Steph, you're here. What's happening? Yes. Right, therefore, yes. Void Train, Dual Play. Happening. Dual Play continues Wednesday. Thursday, Teamfight Thursdays. Something will be going on, depending on who's around. We played Double Up last week, mainly. We played 3 games of Teamfight Tactics on that 2-hour stream. 2 Double Up games and a Hyper Roll.
Hey, that Double Up actually turned out pretty well at the beginning.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, actually, mine and Steph's one, we finished second.
Yeah, I heard it. Didn't we finish second in ours, too?
No, we won ours.
Oh, yeah, we did.
We won ours with 1 health.
Yeah, I thought we were going to lose.
Me and Steph came second, where the final round, all 3 teams had 1 health.
Oh, yeah, you were saying that.
So, so that's the thing there.
Beginner's
Friday,
luck.
Yeah. Friday, play session. Maybe we run back American Truck Simulator for a 3rd time. Maybe we get more people in and we play another game.
Or maybe we get a bigger convoy.
Yeah, maybe. So we'll see what happens there. And then this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, for Roleplay Not Imma Games, I am going to be playing the newest Like a Dragon game. Ishin Samurai. I get to be a samurai. So that'll be fun. Yeah, Like a Dragon. Used to be called Yakuza, but it's now.
For the very first time, like a dragon. Can't get copyrighted if I'm talking about a dragon.
Yeah, like a surgeon. Weird Al, don't copyright claim me. So you may not hear this podcast flying for the very first time. Yeah, you might not hear this podcast because we'll probably get hit with a DMCA takedown.
I wonder if Weird Al actually does DMCA takedowns.
I mean, to be fair, he probably just asked politely if we didn't do it. Just like he asks politely if he can cover people's songs.
And then still covers it even if they say no?
No, he stopped doing that.
Did he?
Yeah, he only does covers of people who've approved the covers in the first place.
Okay.
That's part of his shtick.
That's true. It would be kind of nasty if he didn't.
Well, no, but he doesn't. He's all great. So we're going to leave with some polka music. That's not actually the polka music. We've got...
that would just be pretty funny if it was...
Yeah, we've just got the normal outro, but we'll do it. We'll start before we go. Bye everyone.